sections of boats that are involved here today in the pageant. I'm sure you can just hear in the background. There we are. I was just about to mention the bells, the Belfry heading up this pageant here today. They will eventually end up as the Royal Jubilee bells in their new home at the St James Church in Garlick Hythe. Well, we promised you a lot of fun. And these guys and girls are certainly having to do a lot of work. But you have to say, the atmosphere is a real carnival atmosphere down on the River Thames and on the banks as well. And indeed, on the Royal Barge too. And there are still many, many boats to come. There's the Worcester Busters, one of the dragon boats, one of the many dragon boats. You can see one in the background as well, that are in this first part of the pageant. Got a feeling that one is all the paddlers there are survivors of cancer. What a beautiful shot. I did mention the number of medalists that were in that boat, as well as Sir Steve Redgrave and Sir Matthew Pinsent. We've got the Batten sisters, who won a silver medal in Sydney in the year 2000, along with Jill Lindsay and Kath Granger, who, of course, is still in the running for more medals in 2012. Mary Rose, and we saw at the beginning of the programme. Always look ball-like. You certainly would hate to play rugby against them after seeing a hacker. But I promise they're all nice guys. The Spring Chartwell just being patient and waiting its turn. And some of the Venetians that are here in London. It's so colourful out there today. Sometimes the River Thames looks a bit grey, looks a bit but there's plenty of colour on display here today. Well, Matthew's still smiling.
Just fabulous. So much response from crowds on the banks and on the bridges as well, and people on their balconies and flats, and just all the way down you're hearing cheers and you're seeing flags being waved. Now the makeup of this boat, both in terms of the crew that are rowing, it's all 18 people, and the guests on board, very much with the message of empowering those who are able-bodied or disabled, because we have injured servicemen on board here, and encouraging all of them to take to the water and feel the thrill of this motion. And in terms of this Royal Rowing Barge, Gloria, it's amazing to see so many teams together.
Well, I think if the Gloriana slows down, somebody ought to get Claire to do a leg or two. 260 or so man-powered boats, because they've already gone past the sprint of Chartwell, so it won't be too long before the sprint of Chartwell undergoes her journey as all the flags of the Commonwealth countries come past. All those boats crewed by sea cadets from all over the United Kingdom. There are certainly people in the parade today from all over the world representing many, many parts of the Commonwealth. Well, we've obviously got a little problem. We'll catch up with Chris a little bit later on as we just concentrate for a little bit longer on these man-powered boats, and once again on the gondolas with our Italian contingent. Beautiful boats, aren't they? I always think they must be devilishly difficult to steer. These guys are doing a grand job. One of the Maori canoes just on the far side there, the war canoe. Hello, 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 hello. Well, I think we've solved the problem, so we can now catch up with Chris Hollins.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. I have a slight problem with our microphone, probably due to the excitement. The majority of the manpower section going through, just the remnants there, as they're all powering their way through, just the Venetian gondola just at the end. They're bringing up the rear, but they're working extremely hard. We did have a couple of chats with some Indians in their canoeing. They were making various noises, but they did say they might be out of breath by the end. But if they do get out of breath, these boys will come into the action, the R&L line. They are just cruising up and down the emergency lane, and if they can't keep up the pace of 4 knots, they'll be just dragged along. At the moment they're looking relaxed, but they are on duty, concentrating all the time, and we'll be monitoring them and of course the London Authority as they just help this fantastic sight, this flotilla of boats make their way up the river. It's a fantastic sight. I hope you're getting the excitement at home.
Certainly waiting patiently for the Spirit of Chartwell to move out to join its place in the pageant. And Boris Johnson, once again elected as Mayor of London, enjoying himself as he tends to do on these occasions. Also the Lord Mayor of this